So many of you requested for me to do an overall performance review of all the girls in the top 5, and so this is Miss Puerto Rico Kiara Ortega's review. Now, her national costume was one of my favorites. I thought it was so cool what it represented. I thought she was effortlessly beautiful, and then of course I saw the behind the scenes video where she fell and she needed someone to help pick her up, and she still was performing while she was sitting there waiting for someone to come help her. And I mean, those costumes, some of them are so crazy to have to carry the headpieces around, the weight of those costumes, to walk on a stage while trying to look effortlessly beautiful and confident. It is definitely a challenge, and so I thought she performed beautifully in the national costume. Her costume was meant to represent the people of Puerto Rico rebounding after the devastation of the Hurricane Maria. So I thought that was beautiful. She looked like gorgeous. Preliminary performance, I thought she was beautiful in swimsuit. She looked so effortless and beautiful, and she was just one of my personal favorites. I didn't really know anything about her leading into Miss Universe, and as soon as I saw her and started to learn about her story, I loved her. I thought her spin was amazing in swimsuit, and she just totally became one of my favorites even before prelims, but especially after prelims. I just thought it was amazing that she had never been in a pageant before. She had never modeled before. This was like her first major pageant experience. Like, what the hell? She came out in an evening gown. It looked beautiful on her. I would have loved to see it maybe fit a bit different on top, but she looked absolutely elegant, and I mean, I knew she would be in the top 20. If she wasn't in the top 20, I would have been very surprised.
Puerto Rico!
When she also came out in the top 20 and talked to Steve Harvey and said that her dad was in the audience, I thought that was super cute.
All right, let's talk about this, because you've said that your dad is your biggest fan. If he were here right now, what do you think your father would tell you?
Actually, he's here right now. He's sitting somewhere in the audience. I don't know where is he, but Dad, I love...
Where you at, Daddy? Where's the daddy at? Oh, right up there with the Puerto Rico sign. There you go.
Daddy, I love you, and I'm gonna enjoy this experience for the rest of my life. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much.
I thought she did a good job in her personal statement. She's one of the only ones who used a translator, which honestly was nice, because I really don't think it's necessary to speak perfect English to win Miss Universe. That was such a controversy this year, and it is not necessary. I would rather be watching and totally understanding what these girls are trying to say, what their message is, rather than trying to figure out what they're saying. And so I thought that was perfectly fine that she was a translator, and we were really paying attention to what she had to say rather than what she was saying.
Puerto Rico!
Her video was beautiful. I thought it was great. And yeah, of course we saw the video because she made it into the top 10, so she deserved to be there. Her swimsuit walk was beautiful on the final night. I thought she did a wonderful job. I was impressed. I thought it was very similar to prelims in that she just looked so effortless, and I just couldn't believe that this was like her first major pageant. Like, wow. I have to say though, when she came out in evening gown, I was a little bit disappointed because I thought that her hair didn't really suit her. I thought it would have been so much better if it was up in like a ponytail or in a bun or something, kind of how she had it at prelims, but maybe a bit more sleek and elegant. I just thought it looked like it was rushed, and she looked nervous. I don't know if maybe something went wrong backstage or she was really trying too hard or something, but I was a little bit disappointed in the evening gown performance, but it didn't matter because she made it into the top 5.
Puerto Rico!
Question was why is freedom of the press important, and I thought she did a fine job at answering it. She kind of gave both sides, that it's important to have freedom to report, but also to be sensitive to those who are suffering. So I thought she did a fine job, and going from that top 5 to the top 3 was such a hard decision because any of those girls deserve to be in the top 3. You guys know how much I love Vietnam, but I also love Venezuela. I thought South Africa deserved to be there too. It would have just been such a difficult decision to make, and ultimately there's only one winner. So of these 5, like, this was an amazing top 5. Any one of these women could have been the next Miss Universe, and they would have done a phenomenal job. Of course, it was in the stars for Philippines to win, and she did, but any of these women would have done an incredible job as Miss Universe 2018. But as for Kiara Ortega's performance, overall, she was totally one of my favorites. I thought she was beautiful, elegant, well-spoken, and I still follow her on social media, and I'm excited to see what is in the future for her and what she does next. So as usual, if you guys have more requests, please let me know in the comments. If you want to see more pageant videos from me, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.